While the Catholic Church thought it had a right to sell indulgences, Martin Luther thought the people had a right to read the Bible for themselves and responsibility to the corruption of the Catholic Church. The people were ready to protest the Catholic Church and develop a new branch of Christianity. The Protestant Reformation started in 1517 and ended in 1648. The Protestant Reformation was a religious reform movement that happened in Europe in the 1500s. This reform movement created a branch of Christianity called Protestantism. The Protestant Reformation began in 1517 in Wittenberg, Germany. When Martin Luther, a professor, had a near-death experience, he devoted his life to Christianity. He became a Catholic monk for the Roman Catholic Church. He published a document, Disputation, on the power of indulgences, also known as the 95 Theses. The 95 Theses were a document with his ideas of Christianity. These ideas were controversial because they directly contradicted the Catholic Church's doctrine. Martin Luther's 95 Theses objected the indulgence system and caused other people to challenge the Roman Catholics' ideas. Specifically, John Calvin and Huldrych Zwingli had ideas about the Holy Communion. Also, a group called the Anti-Baptists rejected the idea of infants being baptized. After the 95 Theses challenged the Catholic Church called Martin Luther a heretic. The Roman Catholic Church called him to court and dubbed him a heretic, and at the time being a heretic was punishable by death. But in this case, Martin Luther escaped and hid out in his friend's castle for 11 weeks. As he was there at his friend's castle, he went into a depression, but he also kept writing down his beliefs and did not give up on spreading the truths of the Bible. The Roman Catholic Church in Wittenberg, Germany was very corrupt and claimed that Pope Clement was the way to get to heaven and that paying their money for indulgences was also the only way to heaven. Additionally, the Roman Catholic Church at the time was corrupt because there was no separation between church and state. We know that there was a corruption in the Roman Catholic Church in Wittenberg, Germany in the 1600s because at the time land equaled power. And the church had lots of land, which made them very powerful and controlled lots of what went on there. You can see why there was no separation between church and state. Additionally, the Roman Catholic Church were so corrupt that disagreeing with them resulted in death because they would call you a heretic, which is what happened to Martin Luther, but he escaped. On another topic, the people could not read the Bible. So that is why the Roman Catholic Church had so much power over the people, because they were the only people that could read the language the Bible was in. This is why the printing press was so detrimental to the Protestant Reformation, because then Martin Luther could spread the Bibles in languages that people could read. The Protestant Reformation also created a new branch of Christianity, which is based on the writings and teachings of Martin Luther. This new religion is called Protestantism. The long-term effect of this event is the new branch of Christianity by the teachings of Martin Luther and from what is learned from the Protestant Reformation called Protestantism. Also, the separation of church and state in that area, and the printing press also advancing the Bible by its being spread in more languages. A short-term effect is that the people were immediately changed in their perspective of the Catholic Church. And also, this created other religions and branches of other religions because of this event. In conclusion, the people of the time had a responsibility to deal with the corruption of the Catholic Church and a right to read the Bible for themselves, which made the printing press so important to this event. Also, the church was very corrupt. It was wanting people to pay their money for indulgences and also to worship the Pope.